Hey, this is Cecil and Marsha Garrett. We are back and keeping it 100.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
So, this upcoming Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yes, it is. Woo-hoo.
And, like, I was thinking there's like lots of different types of mothers.
I'm thinking the same
I
thing.
hadn't really thought about it over the years, but I think about it a lot now that there's just so many different types of moms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's foster moms,
Mm-hmm.
there's your moms, your stepmoms, grieving moms, single moms, married moms.
Yeah.
There's depleted moms.
Mm-hmm.
There's joy filled moms.
Mm-hmm.
There's just all different types of moms to celebrate this season. Grandmoms,
Yeah.
you know?
One of the things I was thinking about, and we was kind of like on the same page, but just a tad different.
Mm.
And just thinking about moms, I was like, my aunts are moms and how they played roles in our life. My grandmother, of course, my mother, of course, but aunts and the mothers in the church.
Mm-hmm.
You know, older
Mm-hmm.
women on your job that
Yeah,
look after
spiritual
you.
moms, seasoned
Yeah,
moms. Yeah.
there's so many types.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to leave none unturned.
Yeah.
We want to honor all of those that have been called a mom in some capacity.
They're all important. They've all at least have played a big part in my life.
Mm-hmm.
The women that I can think of in my head, aside from my actual own mom, who
Yeah.
was a big part of my life. But there are so many other women that have been pivotal in
Mm-hmm.
just my direction and my steps. Even now,
Yeah.
some really amazing women that are mothers that I just look up to and honor.
Yeah. Just the nurturing spirit that rings loud
Mm,
in women that become mothers,
mm-hmm.
and they want to do their job to the best of their ability. They want to make sure that the kids there's have the best,
Mm-hmm.
that they give them their best. They're looking to always give their best, not second to none.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's usually the heart of a mother,
Yeah.
from what I can recall in my mind. Just thinking about, I'm sitting here thinking about all the moms that I know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are women who want to make sure that their kids have the best, that they're doing everything that they have to do
Mm.
to make sure that their children are where they should be.
Yeah. I look at. I'm gonna start off with this one. Starting off with my aunts
Mm-hmm.
and how they played a significant role in my upbringing. Of course, I didn't see it when I was younger. I thought they were a little barren, a little angry, or or they just didn't really care to care for you or your siblings.
Yeah.
But they were playing a strong role in your life and making sure that you get all that you're supposed to get. And I look at my mom's sisters; each one of them played a heavy role in my life. And I just want to bring honor to each one of them because they are great mothers and they are great aunts.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about one of my favorite memories of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I've told her this before, like quite a few times. But one of my most favorite memories, as I'm older now and I can appreciate it,
Mm.
was us walking to school. I went to private school as a kid,
Yeah.
and apparently there was probably no busing system. Now I understand that,
Mm.
but I remember us walking to school in the rain, in the snow, on a good day, on a terrible day,
Yeah.
and it never feeling like it was a drudge to her to do
Mm.
it. I know that she apparently, was going through things of her own. My mom raised me pretty much like a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
And to know now the sacrifices that she made to get me to private school,
Yeah.
even by foot, walking there and singing songs and
Mm.
just really having a good time. I also remember going to another school where I didn't walk to school. We caught the street bus.
Uh huh.
We caught the city bus And I remember walking up a really, really big hill in the rain, and it was just like worms everywhere. And she sang a worm song that I taught to my kids naturally,
Mm-hmm.
and they love it. So those were some really, I mean, aside from so many others, I mean, I could go on with memories of my mom. And I grew up bullied, a bully child,
Mm-hmm.
and she would always make me a cake when I came home from school. That would be her way of making the day better.
Amen.
So, needless to say, a lot of
It
cakes,
definitely was a sweet day.
for sure. A lot of cakes made in our house,
Mm-hmm.
and I carried that on when I first moved out. I had my cabinet full of cakes.
Mm.
I don't do it as much anymore, but those are
Mm-hmm.
some of my favorite memories.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. I was thinking about my mom and how she uh, shows strength
Mm,
in every part of her life. You
mm-hmm,
know, she worked 2, 3 jobs at a time,
mm-hmm,
and one of the reasons why she was doing it because she didn't want to be on welfare.
mm,
She didn't want to deal with that. She wanted us to be free from the government assistance.
mm,
And of course, I didn't understand that because if we did it, if we had them, we had them. If we didn't, we didn't.
mm-hmm,
Eventually, we did end up having to use it because things got a little hard.
mm-hmm,
But my mom's up knowing how to stretch
mm-hmm,
the dollar.
mm-hmm.
She was amazing with that.
Yeah.
You know, we never went hungry. We never had to sleep outside. Never had the lights turned off and things like that. You know, it was really. We might not have everything that other kids had,
Yeah.
but we sure had a lot of love.
Yeah.
And my mother always made sure that she gave us her best.
Amazing. Moms just have like this superpower of just doing what they got to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And even in the frustration at times,
Mm-hmm.
you can't really get angry and frustrated.
Yep.
Like as a child, it's just they step in, they dive in, they do what's necessary. I think about grieving moms that have lost, children, things
Mm-hmm.
like that,
Yeah.
and how they go on, they encourage another woman in
Mm-hmm.
the midst of it all,
Yes.
you know?
My
Like,
mother dealt with, the loss of one of our siblings,
mm,
and she was very strong for the rest of us.
mm-hmm,
You know, we trying to be a strength to her, but she trying to be a strength to us.
right,
You know, and it was amazing. She set aside her own feelings to make sure that we stayed strong and stay focused and continue on. And I always admire that. And one of the things I wanted to say about my mother,
before you say that though,
Mhm.
but I can vouch for that. Even to her
Yeah.
deathbed,
yeah, yeah,
she wasn't even thinking about dying,
No.
so to speak. She was trying to make sure y'all was gonna be okay when
Mhm.
she died, and she was giving her final wishes.
Yes,
And
she was.
now you take care of this person, and you check on that person, and you make
Mhm.
sure this gets done, and I need you over here. And she has, that's just apparently was her character,
Mhm.
to really have a heart to look out for others. She didn't want anybody worrying about her.
No.
But
She's like, I live my life.
Mhm.
I want you guys to be strong and be
Mhm.
strong for one another. And we have to because it's important that we look out for one another.
Mhm.
And we got to do better with the
Mhm.
checking up on each other. That's the key thing. Get caught up in your own little world
Mhm.
and forget that you have siblings, and even though they're parents themselves,
Mhm.
and yourself, but you still got to find the time.
Yeah.
We just bring honor to every mother that's in our family,
Yeah.
and there's not whoever's not even biological or
Mhm.
blood relative, but they connected in some kind of way.
Mhm. Mhm.
We send honor to them.
Yeah. So I was thinking too about the importance of mothers.
Oh my goodness.
What is the biggest strength that mothers bring to a household? What do you think?
Courage.
Hmm.
When I say courage, because if you let's look at a lot of mothers that's single.
Mhm.
and they have to play both roles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very courageous for them
Mm-hmm.
to have to do that on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for whatever reason. I mean, some it couldn't be helped, like their spouse may have passed away
Yeah.
or something of that nature. We ain't got to go down a list
Mm-hmm.
of things because we honoring moms today
Mm-hmm.
and the strength that they have. And I say courage because they stand strong in the gap.
Yeah.
They continue on no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no matter what the weather, no matter what the circumstances are,
Mm-hmm.
they still push it to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate to see people, women, being mistreated.
Yeah.
When I see that, it just irks me because they should be honored. Now, if you don't feel that in your heart, then that's prayer that needs to be sent out toward
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think about nourishment.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you said we're talking about moms. I think about a dad. A dad,
Mm-hmm.
to me, brings all the fun, the candy,
Mm-hmm.
the amusement park, roller coaster
Mm-hmm.
type ride fun. But a mom is like, so a dad is like pizza. And the mom is the nourishment. The mom is the veggie and the fruit
Oh my goodness.
with the pizza.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there might be times that we may not like that nourishment, but that is what a mom does.
Yeah. See, since you went there,
Well,
I gotta go back a few years before I met you
okay.
when I was a single dad.
Mm-hmm.
I was a single dad for about 5-6 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it was both my kids that I had
Mm-hmm.
at that time. And the dinners that we had, I'm ashamed to say what they were, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But they ate every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it may have been fast, but it
Well,
was food.
amen. They still
So
alive.
when you talk about dads being the pizza,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we needed a mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mom was always calling me, checking on me, seeing if how the kids doing, and I knew she really wanted to make sure that they eating good.
Oh man. And y'all mean well.
Yeah,
But yeah, a mom is important. A
very
mom
much.
brings in that balance,
Them
that
roles is
healthy
tight.
balance. Yeah. Oh shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring in that healthy balance, that nourishment
Yeah.
to the meal.
Mm-hmm.
That thing that has to be there that we don't always realize and understand we need, and things that we can take advantage of
Yeah.
if we're not very careful.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's easy to push aside or set aside the things that are good for us
Yeah. That's
and
right.
cling to everything that's good. But I just want to say to every person out there, whether your mother is still living on this earth,
Mm-hmm.
whether she's passed away, whether you're a grieving mother yourself, dealing with infertility, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're a mother to multiples, a mother to one,
Yeah.
a single mother, as we mentioned, married mother.
Yeah.
Whatever your season of motherhood is. Maybe you are a mom who is an empty nester. All of your children have moved out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But to every mom, there is an importance. There is an important position and an important place that's needed in the lives of children, be it your children or others.
Yeah. Mothers are the strong pillar. They can be the one that stands center and hold up everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Moses held, as long as he had his arms up, everybody was safe.
Mm-hmm.
But when he dropped, we got to run to make sure that mom push her arms back up.
Sure.
We want to make sure that we doing our part. Mom's doing hers.
Mm.
You know, this is to make sure that every mother that we mentioned, whether it's an aunt, spiritual mother, a cousin,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a sister, of course your own mother, that they get recognized as being strong pillars in our lives.
Yeah.
Not just in our church, but in the community.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people that go above and beyond being just a mother. They want to make sure they be a mother to a lot more than just their own. That's a strong heart.
Yeah. What if maybe you're a mom that feels like you go unnoticed and that you're not appreciated? Maybe you have small children, so all you're doing is doing. And there's never a moment where you feel like you have an opportunity to sit down.
Yeah, I look at that. Like I'll just speak on you. All the things that you do for the kids that we have, and you want them. You have such a strong heart for them, and you have a plan for their lives, a plan that you created, that God gave you, and the plan is for them to be prosperous.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that they get that. And you do a lot of things that I just look like, wow. And you're standing strong in the gap and filling those voids that the kids don't even realize they have. You want to make sure that they get everything that they're supposed to get from their mother.
The blessing for me is that we have good children. We have children that I just got a text today, Mom, what do you want to do for Mother's Day? And for me, for a season, I was like, I don't want you guys to buy me anything like that or, stuff for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I just being here, being with family is what honors me. But we have really good kids, and they look out for my best interest. Of course, we have, our days and our times and our moments.
Right.
But that's life. That's family. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean that it's terrible.
Yeah,
it's that you're not going to rise up from it.
Right.
But overall, 99.9% of the time, our children have been a blessing.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful and very appreciative to be able to mother the children that I have.
Yeah. I see the fruits of the labor that you have placed in all of them, and they're shining through. Maybe a little shy here and there, but they stand and stand strong. When they're called to do something, they do it well. They don't do it half-heartedly, and that's a blessing. When I look at my sons and my daughters, and may be different in different levels and spiritually, but they're all trying to reach the same goal. And it's because of what they have been taught from early on.
Yeah. What about the praying mother? The faith-filled praying mother.
She touched you and started praying. She walked past you in the church.
Discerning stuff. Just like
ooh.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's the ooh about? It's your season. What's my season?
Wise, discerning mothers. Yeah. Don't nothing get past them.
There's so many times I'll be like, oh, I don't want mother so-and-so to walk past me because I don't know what she's going to say.
Don't look at him in the eye.
Yeah, and when she does that jerky move, I'm like, oh, Lord. When I was 16 years old, there was this mother, I'm glad I finally remember. Miss Parker was her name. Miss Parker, Rose Parker was her name. And she came from, I think, Milwaukee. And she came down and visited our church. At the time, I was 16 years old, and I was one of those guys. They back then they allowed women to preach in the pulpits. They had to stay on the floor. Rose Parker didn't do that. That woman preached up and down the aisleways, up and down that pulpit. When she got done, the men's was on the floor.
Well, see.
God had used a certain. I never seen nothing like it. That was the very first woman in my life, and I was 16 years old. I've never seen a woman preach before. That was my first time, other than my grandma praying at home. But I've never seen a woman preach before, and that did something to me.
Them the kind of women that put a healthy fear within your soul.
Yes.
You can't deny it. They give you that look.
Yeah.
And it's filled with love, but it's also filled with, oh gosh, what is it? Determination. It's filled with some
wisdom,
some oomph. Like,
yeah.
I'm watching you. You feel everything in that look. You feel the correction, you feel the
Yeah.
rebuke, you feel the love, you feel the the warmth.
Yeah. I felt all of that when Rose Parker walked past me. She walked past and just brushed up against you, like, and her whole body would just vibrate. You're like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll lay hands on you, and you feel instantly a breathtaking freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain how it was. It was
That's
amazing.
the thing. Yeah, you just don't want
wanna
to
make sure that she
mess
gets
up the
honored.
relationship. You don't want
Yeah,
to do nothing wrong. It's just certain women, yeah, they
she
have
can
that
read you. I'm
anointing on
telling
them, and it's just like, whoa, okay, yeah, got it.
But
So,
what I like, one of the things I liked about her was she would say, "Whatever you've been doing, you might want to stop doing that."
mm-hmm,
And then when she said, "This is what's going to happen for you in the future, if you continue to do this
mm-hmm,
in God's way,"
mm-hmm,
you know, and that just blew my mind. I was like, "Woo,
yeah.
who is this lady?"
Them discerning mothers, we need them kind of
Mhm.
mothers. If you that mother, step up and continue to be that.
Yeah, my
You
mother
know,
didn't even know that she had that kind of power.
your mom,
She spoke
yeah,
it into existence.
your mother,
Yes, she
yeah,
did.
yeah. I've seen that in your mom too. Mm-hmm. My mom does that as well. She,
Mm-hmm.
don't look at it too long. She start reading you. Like, oh Lord,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But anyway,
Mm.
I don't think we have a whole lot that not much more that can be said
Mm.
aside from whatever season you're in of motherhood or whatever
Mm.
season you're in with or without
Yeah.
your mom in this season. Just know that you're needed,
Yeah.
you're loved,
Mm-hmm.
you're seen and heard. And if you're a mother listening to this and haven't heard it in a while, you're a good mom.
Mm.
If this is what you needed today.
As long as they know that they are the pillar in the family,
Mm-hmm.
God placed them in that role for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of times people are like, "Oh, these men didn't grow up with no dad." I told my mom that she was the best man, best woman I ever met. You know, my dad was alive, but he just wasn't there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But my mother filled the gap.
Mm-hmm.
And when she filled the gap, she filled the gap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It just goes back to a saying where women, they step in and do what they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to just
Yeah.
let the family fall.
Yeah.
These are the women we had in our life.
Mm-hmm.
We know we can say that because that's what we saw.
Yeah. I had the nerve or the audacity to be angry with her because she didn't make it to any of my track meets or my singing recitals.
Mm.
Because where was she at? Working.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that the family was provided for.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I didn't selfishly was mad because that's what young people do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't understand the full picture, so she don't care about me.
Right.
She care about you every day.
Mm.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Being
Mm-hmm.
the best mother she can be. So anything animosity that you may harbor in your heart for your mom, let it go.
Yeah, that's good.
Let it go. Let mom know that she is worthy
Mm-hmm.
to be honored.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's a good thing to leave off of this episode on is your mom is worthy.
Greatly to be honored.